Maseches Sotah Daf Mem Aleph. The Mishnah discusses the mitzvah of Hakel, Ayin Sefer Yerich L'Moyadim. From Areinu Agoyin, in Brucham Olshenschlied to the Rosh Yeshiva of Lakewood, and the end of the Sefer on Sukkos has a tremendous arichis with an eye-opening yesod that he proves from many rayas that there's two independent halachas in the mitzvah of Hakel, and with that he answers many kashas in the sugya. He says that be'emes it's tzorich iyin, on that's mavur in many moini ha-mitzvahs, the bahag, the Yereim, and the Rasag, that there's two independent mitzvahs in the mitzvah of Hakel. Although the Rambam is moini as one mitzvah, they are moini as two different mitzvahs, and tzorich iyin, the mitzvah na kohen gadol, and mitzvah kol yachid v'yachid, and tzorich iyin together hadvarim of these two mitzvahs. Brucham Fischel Perlel explains that the Bir Advarim is in the Bahag, that there's two different mitzvahs, that there's a mitzvah on the Kohen Gadol and there's a mitzvah on the Om that are listening and hearing the Kriya from the Kohen Gadol. And he says the same way you find that the Bahag learns that by Birchas Koyanim there's two independent mitzvahs, like it's before in the Charedim that we mentioned the Shir El and Daf Mem, there's a mitzvah on the Koyanim and a mitzvah in Yisraelim. So too by Hakel there's two independent mitzvahs. However, Brucham Fischel Perlel says that you can't learn like that in the Rasag, since you don't find in the Rasag such a musig that there's two different mitzvahs mitzad, the Koira and the Shemeya. So Sefer Yerich L'Moyadim proves a tremendous yesod that is a halacha in the mitzvah of Hakel that has a status like the mitzvah of Riyas Ponim Ba'azara. He says that the Be'emes, the Biskurov, in Erechim learns the Pshat and Tosis. In Chagiga Daf Beis, who mentions Shum, in Chagiga Daf Beis, that the Tosis says, B'Shema Yerushalmi, although a cotton and a isha is potter from Riyah, the only potter from Riyas Ponim B'Korban, however, Riyas Ponim Ba'azara, they are Mechuyevin. And Tzorchi and Gadol the Bir Advarim, because these two halachas are totally zebezeh, and Mechatesi, they should be independent Chiyev of Riyas Ponim Ba'azor without a carbon. Adarabah, if you really upon him without a carbon, you're even Isser. So Biskurov says a tremendous chiddush that is a chiyuv. By a cotton of riyas ponim without a carbon is a chiyuv riyah mechudeshes that's learned out from the parasha of Hakel, and that a cotton is potter. When Ikem mitzvahs riyah, same way it's potter for war mitzvahs and Torah. However, the same way a cotton's chayiv and mitzvahs Hakel, who adin is mechuyiv and mitzvahs riyah. And Tzorchi and Gadol, the shaykhis between Hakel and Riyah, just because it's mechuyiv and Hakel, mechatesi it's a chiyiv of Riyah on a cotton. So he says the yesh oimrim that's no chiyiv on the cotton, rather it's a chiyiv on the father. The Mevi has a cotton, has a chiyiv Riyah without a korban, but he says it's tzorchi because that would only pass by a cotton, it wouldn't pass by noshim b'chlal. So he says that's mavur many places in Rishonim, the Rambam and Pirush Mishnayos, in the beginning of Chagiga and Tosis, in Kedush Daf Lamed Daled, that learn that the Chiv of Hakel is Medine Mitzvahs Riyah. And that's the Pshat in the Biskurov that learns that a cotton, although he's potter from the Iker Mitzvah of Riyah, nevertheless he has an independent mitzvah of Riyah because he's low Goren than Hakel, because Hakel's also Medine Riyah. And the Yerich L'Moyadim says, according to this, you could explain the Shittas of the Rishonim, the Bahag and the Rasag that learn that there's two independent mitzvahs of the mitzvah of Hakel, and the understanding is that there's one mitzvah that's like Riyas Ponim Ba'azara, the same way in all other regalim there's a mitzvah to come to the Azara, who did there's an independent mitzvah at the time of Hakel. Everyone should come together in the Azara and hear the Kriya from the Melech, and besides that there's a dependent mitzvah that the Melech has to be Kriya, the Psukim, to Mo'ir, Das, and Yirash Hashem, and Klal Yisrael, and that's an independent mitzvah. There's one mitzvah that's Riyas Ponim, similar to Riyas Ponim, that by all three regalim, and there's an independent mitzvah that's a mitzvah of Kriya, that the Melech has to learn the Torah, and to Milame Das and Yirash Shamayim to Klal Yisrael. And he brings a beautiful raya from Stephen Chinuch. Because the Chinuch in Mitzvah Tov Peites in the Mitzvah of Riyah explains the shirish of the Mitzvah of Riyah's Ponim is L'man Yiru Kol Yisrael Yitnu El Libom Pulas HaKorban, and to ingrain in ourselves that we are Avodim TaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the Chinuch continues that that's the Yesod in the Mitzvah of Hakel as well, to Yimakil Anoshim Noshim V'Tav, and it's Sorchi and Godel, because the Chinuch over here is Mavur, that the Geder, the Mitzvah of Hakel, is Meshech Shayach to the Mitzvah of Riyas Ponim Azora and Sorchi, because the Chinuch by the Mitzvah of Hakel explains the Shurish of the Mitzvah of Hakel is because since the Ikr of Klal Yisrael is the Torah, so therefore we come together at the time of Hakel, and the Melech is Melamed the Torah to the entire Klal Yisrael, and Tzorchi and Goldol. The Chinuch is saying two different Yesodis to the Mitzvah of Hakel, but some like this Yesod that is two independent halachas. There's one halacha that's Meshech Shayach to the Mitzvah Riyas Ponim Azoro, and there's another halacha Mitzad, the Chivas Kriya, that the Melech has to teach Torah and Yiras Hashem, and he brings it's Mavur the Yesod and the Sefer Zeichel Bikdash from the Deres. And the Erech Vedim continues that according to this, it's Mikimiyashiv many ha'oros that we find in the Sugi of Hakel. The Be'emes the Minchas Chinuch says a tremendous chiddush. He says since the mitzvah of Hakel by Taf is an independent mitzvah on the father, so therefore even a cotton that wouldn't be mechuyev when he's a gadol, if he's a cheger, a suma, nevertheless, since over here it's not the child's chiyuv, it's the father's chiyuv, so therefore he's mechuyev. Even by a cheger, a suma, he says it's not like Riyah that the chiyuv is because of chinuch, so it's only when he'll be meschuyev when he's a gadol. Mashenkan over here, it's independent chiyuv that the father has to be maybe his child, even in a situation that the cotton has a ptur that will be put if he was a gadol, he's chai when he's a cotton. And Pshach and Avi Ezri asked, that's very schwer, this chiddush and the Minchas Chinuch from that that's in Yishalmi clearly. They ask, what's the halacha of a cotton cheresh? Is he mechuyev? And Yishalmi says that since when he's a gadol, he's potter, definitely when he's a cotton, he's also potter. And Pshach asked, that's sorchi and gadol and the Minchas Chinuch. So Bruchel Olshan says that according to this Yesod, you can miyashiv the Minchas Chinuch beautifully. Because be'emes, the whole Yesod of Minchas Chinuch is because since the chiyuv of a child in Mitzvahs Hakel is on the father and not on the child, so therefore it doesn't have any pturim that a gadol will have. However, he says that specifically according to the Bavli, however, according to the Yishalmi that we mentioned before in Taisis and Chagiga, that's Mavur, that the chiyuv Riyah by a cotton is compared to the chiyuv Hakel by a cotton, so therefore the same way the chiyuv Riyah by a cotton is a chiyuv on the cotton itself, so therefore what did the chiyuv Hakel of a cotton is beside on the cotton itself, so therefore it's also hated that according to the Yishalmi, the Shita also, that the chiyuvs that din on the cotton, therefore the cotton has pturim. However, the Minchas Chinuch is going like the Bavli, that the Tais over there brings that the Bavli is not like the Yishalmi, and therefore, and there's no chiyuv Riyah mechudeshes on the cotton, so therefore it's also hated that the whole chiyuv is on the father, and therefore there's no pturim of a cotton for Hakel. And when this explains that the Minchas Chinuch brings from the Turi Even, that's not like his Yesod, and Turi Even says that a cotton that doesn't have karka, doesn't have a chiyuv Hakel, and Tzorchim why doesn't have a chiyuv Hakel. And the Yerech Medem says, according to this Yesod, it's Mirshav Hativ, because the Turi Even learns that even according to the Bavli, there's no independent chiyuv of Riyah, nevertheless, the Geder of the chiyuv Hakel is Medine Riyah. Therefore, cotton that doesn't have karka is potter from the mitzvah of Hakel. And according to this, Yerech Medem continues to answer numerous other kashas on the Aderes, that the Aderes wrote a sefer of Hakel, the mitzvah of the sefer Zeichel HaMikdash, and the Aderes writes that you make a shechionu by the mitzvah of Hakel. However, the Tshuvas Marsham is before you don't make a bricha shechionu at the time of the mitzvah Hakel. And he proves from the Rambam, and the Marsham explains that the reason why you don't make shechionu is because it's not a Gemara mitzvah, since the Yisod of the mitzvah's Hakel is Laman Tilma D'Yiras Hashem, and the actual Kriya is not a Gemara mitzvah. Therefore, it doesn't pass to make a bracha of shechionu the same way you don't make a bracha of shechionu by B'dikas Chametz. And the Echel Adam says, according to Yisod's Mirshav Heitiv, because the Aderes learns there is an independent mitzvah besides for the mitzvah L'man Tilma the Yiro, the actual Riyas Ponim, which is a Gemara mitzvah, and on that you can make a Shachianu. And he answers another kash on that Aderes, that the Aderes says that we're koifin anybody that doesn't come to mitzvah's hakel. And the Sefer Teifis Re'im asks on that Aderes, how could it be a koifer since it's the mitzvah is not totally b'maisa? They could come to hakel and not have a mind l'shmoya, so they won't be mekayim mitzvah even if you force them. So how could they be kvi on such a mitzvah? But the Echel Adam says that there is independent mitzvah of yiriyah, which is not totally in shmiyah, and that's a gemara mitzvah, and therefore passes kvi. And according to this, he answers another ha'ora on the Aderes, that the Aderes says that there's tashlumin for the mitzvah of hakel. If you don't do the mitzvah of hakel on the second day of Sukkot, there's yeshel tashlumin entire Sukkot, and it could be even Shmini Atzeres, and he compares it to mitzvahs riyah, and tzarechil mitzvahs riyah is a mitzvah in the yontif mesha'en kein. Hakel is not midini ayontif, but according to Hanal's Mirshav Heitiv, the hakel is also midini ayontif, ayin sham oid, b'yesir bir, and more rice this is soid v'ayin sham.